Hey everyone, this is Kim Quady with KimPlaysWithPaper.com. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Mesa, Arizona, and I have a fun video for you today. It is still July, and I am doing Christmas in July, but there is a special treat. Today, I will be showing you a card I created with some of the products from Stampin' Up's new July through December mini catalog, and that's the holiday catalog, and it is full of all kinds of new stamp sets, papers, dies, punches, ribbons, embellishments for everything from your fall to Halloween to Christmas, and even some Valentine's Day creating. So today I'm going to show you a sneak peek of a few products and how I used it in a card. You will be able to order from that catalog August 3rd. Please let me know if you're not currently working with a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator if you want me to send you one in the mail. I've been getting them out to people, so give me a holler. You can find me at KimPlaysWithPaper.com. So this video and the card itself will be on my blog a little bit later. So thanks for watching today, and I am going to turn my camera down to the workspace so you can see what we're up to today. Hang tight. All right, so this new the new products that I'm working with, for the stamp set is called Christmas Season, and it's a photo polymer stamp set. I'll show you some of what's inside. I've taken some of these out so we can use them for our card today, the Christmas Season. It has a coordinating die cut set, and these are the dies that go with that. And it is called the Painted Labels. So you'll have a lot of different label sizes included in there, and it also has another sister stamp set in the catalog. Those are the labels. And then we have a die cut for our pine cone and for our holly leaves, or just our leaves. Tons of value in this. This kind of goes with that, and the berries, the holly berries. And we have the little pumpkin, and we have more leaves, and then some little, oh, there's another one. They're all popping out here. So lots and lots of different little pieces for you to die cut and use, especially the labels, and then some other little miscellaneous pieces there that we'll be using as the holiday progresses. But these are nice size labels that will fit in the new catalog. So that's the beginning, the front of the catalog, excuse me. So beginning August 3rd, you'll be able to order from that. And this stamp set is called Christmas to Remember. And I do have that, but I'm not going to be using it today. I just have it. And that is a cling mount stamp set. Alrighty. In addition to the stamp sets and dies, there's also some other coordinating products, one of which is this awesome designer series paper called the Painted Christmas 12 by 12 designer series paper. I'll show you the pieces I have left of this because I have used quite a bit in getting samples ready for my catalogs. Very gorgeous. There's one of the sheets with the pine cones and the boughs. Some green on the other side. Double-sided there. There's some pieces of that. Let me dig into the package and see what else we have. More pine cones with another design on the back. Leaves and boughs on one side. And that's not necessarily Christmas, so you could use that for any time of year. Another fun piece. some holly berries and pine boughs. And again, now you could use that for any design, not only at the holidays. All right, we've got that. And we have seen that one. That's all right. Doesn't hurt to see it again. Alrighty, so that's what we have in that package of a designer series paper. And the colors you'll find in that one are Calypso Coral, Cherry Cobbler, Crumb Cake, Early Espresso, Evening Evergreen, Garden Green, Pear Pizzazz, Real Red, Soft Seafoam, and Soft Succulent. So you'll have a lot of those new in colors to the holiday. Alrighty, so let's get on to creating. Now this is the card we're going to create today. It's sort of a fun fold, but it does have a different, if it has a different opening, but not necessarily a fold. So let's talk about the elements in this card. First of all, we have a piece of crumb cake cardstock that I've run through the Bark 3D embossing folder, and that embossing folder is available in Stampin' Up's annual catalog. And I did use Real Red. The sentiment, because I didn't have the sentiments yet when I first started, I used from A Wish for Everything, and that is also in Stampin' Up's annual catalog. So I've used that. It says a merry little wish for lots of joy this season. And I use a piece of the designer series paper, as well as quite a bit of stamping. So let's get to it. Let's stamp. I am going to bring in my Stampin' Pierce mat. I do like to use that with the photopolymer stamps because it just helps us get a better image. I have cut a circle from the Layering Circles dies, as well as a coordinating scallop there. All right, so I've got 5 different colors of ink out here, and let me start with my Pear Pizzazz. And the Pear Pizzazz, I'm going to just use it with this little fern piece. And what I did is I didn't want a real bright Pear Pizzazz. I wanted a light, so I stamped off, or second generation. So, and then I just got that light color over here. Kind of remind you what the card looks like. I'm just kind of creating a little scene. Not that kind of a scene, but a winter scene. All right, then next I'm going to go with the Garden Green. And I have this little thing of flowers here, and I did go full strength with that. And you can see it's kind of it doesn't really matter where you put it. It's kind of just stamping. All right, then I will bring in my Real Red, because I want to make our berries right up in the corner here. All right, so I start with the stems. Again, just a tap, tap, tap on my ink. And my pine cone's going to go on top of that. So that kind of looks wacky right now, but it is just fine. This one's just gonna take me a minute to figure out where it goes. Here's the little berries that go on the top. And that's what's so awesome about the photopolymer. You can see through these and see where they're supposed to go. So I've got that all ready to go there. Okay, so that is set. I will put those aside. And now we need to create our pine cone. There's just a scrap of my Whisper White. And this is a 2-step stamp, so it means I'm going to do 2 steps to make the image. And I'm going to start the bottom layer with the 1 pine cone with crumb cake. Just put that right there. And you just get You know, it might look like I didn't stamp correctly, but that's how that stamp is. It's just kind of giving it a little rustic look. Now I'm opening my early espresso, and then I'm going to give the pine cone a little bit of dimension and stamp right on top of it like so. There we go. And that's it. Then we just take that to the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and we have a pine cone that's all ready to go. All right, so now we're just a matter of putting our card together. I'll get the pieces out for you. Let me show you the base. And that's why I love to have my grid paper here. So that measures 7.5. The base measures 7.5 by 5.5. And I've scored it at 3¼ inches. So I can just fold that like so. And you can see that's kind of where my card is. So then I'm going to attach this piece of designer series paper to the white. Sometimes I do like to bring in just the Stamparatus base for that, and I'll show you why in a moment. I'm going to get out my Stampin' Seal Plus and put some, it's a brand new one, I'm going to put some adhesive on the back of that little piece of designer series paper. That designer series paper measures 1¼ by 5¼ But I like to tuck that little piece of white or cardstock in here. And let's see, it's gonna go this way. And you know, it doesn't really have a way, but if you think it does, and then you just tuck it right in the corner, and then you can be sure that you have it all covered. Because I know when I try to eye that up, I never get it right. So that helps me get it right. Then I'll just use some Stampin' Seal Plus to put this base piece. It gives you a little space to write yet, and that can go right in the middle here of your, so then when you open it, you have this. You could also put a little strip of colored cardstock there. All right, and I showed you already our piece of crumb cake that's been run through the bark 3D embossing folder. I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the back of here. Sometimes a little bit of glue gets to be too much glue, but we'll do our best. Sometimes with these 3D, the glue will help it stay on there, and it gives you just a sec to make sure you get that in the place that you want it. So you can see our card coming together there. I will put the label together, the layer, the white on top of here. Now that doesn't look like much now, but once we get that pine cone on, I think it'll be cool. I'm also going to use a little bit of glue here. And the reason I'm putting the glue on this side is because we want to be sure that we don't glue this closed. We still want the card to open. So I'm going to just put that right here. And then find my Stampin' Dimensionals, and we'll put some of those on the back of our pine cone that we created earlier. And then we'll put that on the front of the card on our little tag. And just right here. Also, we need a little bit of ribbon. Now this is the mini ruffled red ribbon that kind of goes in that suite, and I used a whole spool of it. So I'm going to use another red ribbon that's in the catalog. So I'll just get a little bit of piece of that and just tie it in a little, I'm not even going to tie a bow, I'm just going to tie a knot, pull it tight. Put a glue dot on the back of the knot, glue dot or 2 for good measure. And I'm going to place that just right about there. And then I can bring in my ribbon scissor to trim it up really close. It just finishes that off a little bit. I love both of those ribbons, and either of them would work. And then we need our sentiment that I've kind of pre-stamped and cut to save us some time, because you know, I just stamped on a piece of Whisper White cardstock or basic white cardstock with real red ink and die cut it with one of the labels from the set. I'm going to just place that on the card front. And then one more finisher are these awesome red rhinestone jewels, and these are in Stampin' Up's annual catalog, and they are awesome for the holidays. So be sure to get yourself a package or two. I can't believe this is a brand new package, and pretty soon it will be all gone. And I don't like how I put that on there, so I'm just gonna gently, is there such a thing as gentle? Alrighty, and there we go. Alrighty, so that is a fun, kind of a fun fold card using Stampin' Up's products that will be live August 3rd in its new catalog, which includes the Christmas season stamp set and the seasonal labels dies, along with this wonderful designer series paper called Painted Christmas, 12 by 12. So if you have any questions, leave them on this video. Contact me. You can find me at kimplayswithpaper.com. And I also have a Facebook business page and the YouTube channel that you're watching. Feel free to subscribe. I'd love to have you subscribe so that you can make notice of when I have new videos, which is probably about once a week. Alrighty, thank you everyone for joining me today. Have a great day, have a great week, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.